keen, especially because now the party is in opposition. 4 years ago, the party was in power, so really, you didn't see a lot of people or big names coming to run for regional positions. This particular year, you've heard a number of big names running in the Volta region. You're hearing Jiffa Ativo, you're hearing of George Lowe running for secretary. Some big names are even not going for chairman; they are going for other lower positions. So yes, it's very interesting. There are people who are really looking for it, big names really looking for it, to go to the regions to lead the party to power. If that's what's their ultimate aim, to lead the party to power in 2020.
But these big names, from your analysis of the events and what led to the NDC losing the elections, the last elections, will they be able to steer the party into victory?
Speaking is one thing and doing is another. So from what you hear them say and what you hear politicians say anytime they're running for office, they give all the promises. It looks like they can, but as to whether they can implement what they say is different. So yes, if you want to judge by words, they have nice strategies to win power in 2020, but really, can they implement this power? Plans to win the power in 2020. That is different. We have to wait to see who wins and how they implement that. Okay,
we'll come to the issue about the candidates that are also popping up for the flag bearer race and the impact on these executives. But let's take the regions one by one, the key ones. Let's start with Greater Accra region. What are some of the big names we are seeing?
So in the Greater Accra region, we have the incumbent chairman, Adekoka, contesting, running again to be voted as chairman. We have Daniel Amati Mensah. He was a former MCA of Lejokuku, Lekma. Then we have Nia Shimo, a former MP for Adenta, and Alaji Kondo, who is the incumbent treasurer of the Greater Accra. When you look at these four people have their strength in different ways. You have the incumbent, who has won twice the region. This time he lost as chairman, losing about 6 or 7 seats in Greater Accra. So he's now being contested by people who feel like he's failed the people of Greater Accra, the NDC in Greater Accra. He is also saying that the loss in Greater Accra wasn't something peculiar to Greater Accra, it was across the country. He argues that the President Mahama did well in some parts of Greater Accra, meaning that there was a lot of work done, and he feels like he should be given another chance to lead the party to power in 2020. Yeah. When you look at Daniel Amati Mensah contested at Adekoka 4 years ago in 2014. 6 years ago in 2014, where he ran with Adekoka, and Adekoka beat him by some 20-something votes, about 26 votes. He is back again. He seems to be the biggest contender to Adekoka. You'd realize that Daniel Amati ran as he was MCA, was appointed MCA. He ran as chairman for the chairman position in 2014, lost, went to Lejokuku to contest as MP, lost. And he's back again to run as chairman of the party.
But does he have any better chances with all this history and what's going on?
Daniel Amati believes that whatever he told the party members some 6 years ago has happened, that Adekoka couldn't lead the party to victory, and that's now he feels like the people have believed what he said. They are taking his message, and they would give him an opportunity to lead the party come 2020. So tomorrow, when they go to the polls, he's going to win that particular election. We take Adenta, the former Adenta MP, Ashimor. Ashimor's case is a very interesting case in the sense that Ashimor has been in the NDC for a very long time. Ashimor ran for the Lejokuku seat, primaries, lost, went independent, and had one of the biggest amounts of votes an independent candidate has had. He left that particular area, went to Adenta, won the election in Adenta, contested again, lost primaries to Adamu Ramadan. Ashimor believes that his stature in the Greater Accra is very strong. He feels like he can lead the party, can unite people. He's younger compared to the rest of the candidates. So he should be given a chance. His message is that he's done it in Lejokuku, he's done it in Adenta, and he can do it again. The last person, Alaji Kondo, who is an incumbent treasurer of the party in the Greater Accra region, he's been there for a very long time too. He feels his position as treasurer, during his time as treasurer of the party, he was able to lead the Greater Accra to get a lot of money, resources to run the party within the region. And now with that experience, he can lead the party as chairman. He wants the ultimate position in the party, lead the party as chairman, so the party wins in 2020.
Right. So that's the main big wigs for the Greater Accra region for the position of chairman. Other positions that we should be interested in.
So there's a position of secretary where we have Tete Chai, another former MP, running. He comes as a surprise because he left Parliament without a challenge. After his tenure of office, he said he was not going to contest again and went out. Some few weeks ago, we were told that he was interested in leading the party, and he didn't. People would have thought that a child would also go for chairman, but he believes that he can well serve the party in the region by going for secretary. So yes, he will be looking out for Tete Chai to see whether he can win the election.
Okay, let's move to the Ashanti region. Should we be interested in this region? What are the names popping up?
Yes, we should be interested in the Ashanti region. The Ashanti region has one big name, Joseph Yamin, a former secretary of the region, deputy minister, the deputy NADMO coordinator. He actually led the party to win one of his biggest amount of votes in the Ashanti region whilst he was secretary of the party. And he also believes that, look, now it's time for him to take the charge of the party.
That's right.
To lead the party to victory. And if you look in the Ashanti region, Joseph Yamin is the biggest name in the Ashanti region now in terms of the NPP, in terms of the NDC. When you want to put aside the older generation, if it comes to the younger generation, Joseph Yamin remains the biggest name within the Ashanti region. But he's being contested by the incumbent first vice chairman of the party, Augustus Andrew Nanakwesi. He also seems to be very popular on the ground within the Ashanti region. So it will be an interesting race between Yamin and Nanakwesi in the Ashanti region.
What are Nanakwesi's chances with Yamin's popularity and all that?
Nanakwesi is coming into the race as an incumbent executive of the party. He's the vice chairman of the party as we speak now in the region. So he has some incumbency around him, which is always an advantage. But as I said, he's coming against somebody who is really big, somebody who is really popular. Even outside the Ashanti region, is really popular. He has been leading communications within the party for a very long time. So yes, he has a chance of winning, but it's going to be difficult.
Okay, any other positions in that region we should be concerned?
The normal secretary, organizer positions, but the biggest is the chairmanship position in the region.
Okay, let's go to the central region. Very interesting region
very,
as well.
Very interesting
What's going on there?
So the central region, we have 3 people contesting for chairmanship. We have SL Kakayale. SL Kakayale was has been in the party for a very long time. He was really very, very instrumental in the party during the time of Professor Mills.
Okay.
So he was a secretary of the caucus within government, the Flagstaff House, reigns of power. So he was very instrumental during the time of Professor Mills. He also ran as chairman last 6 years and lost. He lost. He ran as chairman and lost that position. He went on to go and contest as member of parliament during the primaries at the Cape Coast North, where he lost to Kobe Champon. So he realized that has been running for different positions in the party, quite popular. We have another one, EKT Ado. EKT Ado was a minister, central regional minister during the early part of the Mahama government. EKT Ado was moved from the central region to the western region and brought back to the central region. So EKT Ado is also a strong pillar within the party in the NDC. He represents the older generation of the NDC within the central region, and he believes that with his experience, he can lead a party to power. But there's also another interesting name in this particular race. We have the Aquinas Tirakwansa, also a former minister, central regional minister.
That's right.
And a former member of parliament for Infantiman, then former minister for fisheries. So he's also a strong pillar within the party. This is going to be a very interesting race. It's not going to be a clear-cut race like you might say in Ashanti region, where you say one person has a lot of popularity and could win the votes. Within the central region, these three people are very strong.
Very keen.
It will be really difficult to say who is going to come out
the
victor at the end of tomorrow's elections. So we'll be putting our eyes and keeping our eyes on the central region to see what happens there.
Okay, let's go to the Volta region because there were new developments there. The lady running for chairmanship, former Minister for Transport, Jafar Tivo, who you could say the right-hand man, was also an executive, and he lost today. So tell us about that, and then.
So let's go. Let me start with the youth position. So this afternoon there was an election, and it was between Egypt Kojoto and Matthias Ablo. Egypt had 47 and Matthias had 54. A very close race.
Very close. Egypt himself, some years back, won by
two votes. 6 years ago, won by 2 votes. He won that particular position by 2 votes.
And now lost by 4.
And he lost to his deputy.
Wow.
He lost to his deputy. His deputy, I'm told that it's not a clear-cut Mahama boy or another supporter of another candidate from flag bearer. So he seems to be much more neutral compared to Egypt. He won this particular election. This election, people are saying that might affect the chairmanship position, where we have Jafar Tivo and the incumbent chairman, John Kojo Japon, running as chairmanship for the chairmanship position in the Volta region. John Kojo Japon has had issues within the party, even before the election 2016, where some party members within the region accused him of several things. Jafar Tivo, as also a former minister of state, has also had their own issues. So it looks interesting how this is going to be, but I think that Jafar Tivo has a better chance of winning, looking at the way John Kojo Japon has been criticized in the region, and the way people decided not to vote in the Volta region during the 2016 elections. They complained of the behavior of some of the executives, and which John Japon is part of. Jafar Tivo is coming in. Jafar Tivo is coming in is also interesting, where you have her being aligned to the former President Mahama camp. We are told, or we are made to believe, that in the Volta region there are issues between the people of the Volta region and John Mahama because of the way he ran his campaign and how he treated the region. So would they want to go with somebody who is aligned to John Mahama, who they claim they don't like, or would they go with someone who they claim led the party to lose the 2016 election because of some of the certain decisions he took? It will be very interesting in the Volta region too.
Okay, so let's look at some of the alignment of these names to people who have said they want to stand for flag bearership. What are you seeing from gauging these names in terms of who is moving towards the Mahama camp or the Spiogabra camp, etc.? Are we seeing the trend yet, or is still a bit murky as we look at it?
It's not so clear. Most of them have actually spoken nicely about John Mahama. They've said a lot of nice things about him. Some of them have thrown their support behind him, but you hardly get any of them throwing their support behind any other candidate outside John Mahama. Would the people who have clearly decided to support John Mahama, Adekoka, you have Jafar Tivo, Aquinas Kwanzaa. If these people should lose tomorrow, then you can decide to say that, or you can know the trend which is going to be like. But if they win, then John Mahama is likely. It will give you the story of how likely the presidential race would go.
Right. And then finally, what's the feeling now on the grounds with regards to the other candidates and all these elections?
The other candidates, talking about the flag bearership or the regional
elections.
Everybody feels like there's a need for change within the region. So those people contesting the incumbents feel like they have failed us. We lost an election in 2016. We need a new direction within the regions. We need a new direction, even national, to be able to get people, unite the party, get the supporters back in the party to win the election in 2020. So yes, the feeling is there's a need for change. There's a need for a lot of hard work for the party to be able to win the 2020 elections.
Thank you very much, Fred Tete Jabano, our man on this story. We'll be bringing you extensive coverage of that election tomorrow from all the regions, the 10 regions. So keep your dial logged on City TV. Let's move on to some other stories. And a group calling itself Friends from Colleges of Education embarked on a demonstration through the principal streets of Koforidua in the Eastern region to register their displeasure over the National Teaching Council's decision to organize teacher licensure examination for qualified teachers to acquire a professional license. City News' Eastern Regional Correspondent Neil Ni Amati Kanaku spoke to some of the protesters.
The frustration at hand is that man come here sold their cocoa land or their cocoa farm to get that for me in school. Now that I've concluded that they need to post it for me to come and pay the money that they wasted on me. The government don't want to post me. So I'm in the harsh way. Tell the government now, you should post us because it's not within the constitution that teachers should write lessons before they post them.
We have written strong 38 papers, which were all external papers from UC's. It is never difficult writing external exams, but it is difficult writing UCC examination because even their grading system is not as some of the institutions. And then if we have told out of our blood and stress to write 38 strong papers, and then God has been good to us and has seen us through, now that we are waiting for postings, and then you come telling us that we have to write an essential exam. The government has really not been fair to us.
We are diplomats, we are students. So please, what we are seeking is they should revisit their own issue they brought out, so that they know that we are not part of this policy. They should be start with those who are coming for the degree program, the 4-year degree program. We are here and we are demonstrating to the whole world. We are not bad.
Now, the chiefs and people of Akpafu and Lolobi traditional areas in the Volta region say they are privy to intelligence which suggests that the Electoral Commission is making plans to place both areas under the Jasikan district. According to them, the Jasikan district, which is a less developed area, falls within the jurisdiction of the yet to be created OT region. The chiefs stated that they are against the move because they opted out of the Jasikan district 4 decades ago. There is more in this report by CitiNews's Philip Nilati.
The people say the action by the Electoral Commission has compelled them to meet some elders of the 2 traditional areas to brainstorm on ways to prevent their movement to the Jasikan district. They indicated that moving from Jasikan district to the Hohoi municipality was fueled by lack of developmental prospects in the district. Nana Kofi Edu II and Nana Akoto Masachi III are chiefs of the Akpafu and Lolobi traditional areas, respectively.
We've been in Hohoi now close to 40 years, and we've had our share of development and progress and interrelationship with Hohoi. Now, if OT people have petitioned that they want their region, we won't say government should not give them their region. It is their right. But we are not interested in joining that region.
Why aren't you interested?
We originally belonged there, we left there, and have come to Hohoi. So why do you take us back? That means you are doing something against our will.
Why did you leave?
We left because we felt that there were prospects in Hohoi and Volta than if we were to go to OT.
From some sources that we have gathered, it looks like the EC is trying to push us in. And we need to consult our people. Then we also come out with this. We are saying is we are not part of the petitioners, so they shouldn't push us in.
The Member of Parliament for Hohoi, Dr. Benes Adiku Hello, threw her support behind the chiefs and people of the 2 traditional areas. She called on the Electoral Commission to address the concerns of her constituents.
This particular matter, that is creation of OT, and then taking my people, some of the constituents to the new OT region. The voices of the people have not been heard or sought. So we as I said, in a democracy, people's views must be known. So there was a brainstorming meeting this afternoon to really discuss the way forward. And the way forward is that my people, the people of Akpafu and Lolobi who are here, I'm sure others will join. They are saying that they are not comfortable leaving the Hwahwe municipality to join another dispensation. So I think that on Sunday there's going to be a massive meeting to demonstrate that it's not just a few chiefs gathering in a meeting to conspire against the will of the people, but the real wishes of the people will be known, so that these voices will be heard and put into consideration as we move towards the creation of Oti region and other districts that are in the plan.
Now, though the Accra Metropolitan Assembly has indicated that it has reduced the travel time within parts of the city by 40%, reports from drivers in the city suggest otherwise.
For these drivers in the city's central business district, they sometimes spend up to 45 minutes in traffic in the area alone. City News' Ni Ama interacted with some of them and has this report.
For long, drivers and passengers alike in Accra have bemoaned the many hours they spend in traffic daily. With the steady growth of the vehicle population in the city, it comes as no surprise the congestion on the roads. In spite of this, Metropolitan Chief Executive of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Mohammed Ejay Sowa, earlier this week intimated that the traffic situation had improved by 40%. He spoke on City TV's Face to Face.
Traffic situation has improved by 40% for the past couple of months.
By what indices are you
giving us the statistics? And I want to give you the indices. Travel time within the city center has reduced. I mean, when you are coming in and going out, travel time has reduced drastically by 40%. And we drive around town. We have our transport department with season planners that focuses more on traffic issues. In fact, one of the things that I have prioritized in my office is about traffic management and safety issues.
However, drivers who frequent one of the most traffic-prone areas in Accra, the Central Business District, are singing a different tune.
Oh, no, because I am traffic there 24/7. Traffic. Now police is for every step. When you baby are soon in park. Oh, yes, I'll park here for Biani Acho. And the traffic is very bad. Oh, but we wait to make enough for more than 45 minutes. Now just now.
Oh, of course, it's not yet reduced about 40%. There's somewhere about 30% that we can see. You are even at yesterday, you were in the queue about 45 minutes before from the Falisco there to this particular Kingsway. So it's not yet reducing.
And the main thing in the because traffic in the area, well, I need to over to an over. It was a Biana say, downward traffic.
I would say up to 20%, not 40%. Because you realize that they've sacked a lot of the hawkers are no longer hawking around, so the traffic flow is a little bit not actually good, but a little bit better than before.
Drivers here in the heart of Accra are still saying that they are yet to experience the 40% decrease in vehicular traffic that the AMA is talking about. For many of them, the situation has seen no change over the months. Reporting for City News, my name is Ni Ama.
Well, the pictures say otherwise.
Yes, so you see, he said he has reduced it by 40%. I'm only imagining what was happening before what we just saw in the pictures there, because Vivian, we all live in Accra. I mean, I don't have a car like you.
Oh, please don't go there today.
But we know
you have a car. You use this route, which is it's in the district from in front of the jewelry shop. Bank of Baroda, all the way you use that route.
I don't know
what's it like for you? Has it reduced?
I walked this afternoon to Accra Central.
You know what they say, by the time you get out, your car won't be there.
All right, fine, that was a joke. I have a car.
So you have a car. Now you can make yourself.
Yes, I can now make the point, Vivian. And I don't want to begrudge the mayor. You see, he said that he has reduced it by 40%. I'm sure he has seen the pictures. He has seen the video. Maybe we should just let him watch it. Let's just send them. Tomorrow we'll just package the video, go and give it to him in his office and say, Mayor, okay, traffic, no. Nale. What do you think?
Shimini cause of traffic. What's causing this traffic?
The road. The road from Circle to Accra Central, I don't think it's a 3-lane, I think. I don't think it is enough. Because if you're going to the MTT, like, it's pointless trying to drive from Adabraka to Accra. I would rather walk to Accra. I actually get to Accra if I were walking than if I were driving.
It's faster to walk.
Yes, actually faster. And it's a 3-lane route, and it's even a 1-way route, but we still have the congestion. I'm not an architect. I will not pretend to be a technical person, but maybe they should expand it. Maybe they should break the size and make it a 6-lane or something.
But there are officers on the sides. Is it possible?
Yeah, compensate them. We have.
Do we have the money to do that?
Oh, we are good at demolishing and compensating. Maybe you know that.
Oh, please don't put me on the spot.
I am not going to go there. You're still watching the City Newsroom on City TV. We are coming to you from number 11, Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka in Accra. I am Umaru Sandamado here with
Vivian Kai Loco.
When we come back, I will take you to Okaikrom in the Setre East district of the Ashanti region, where a maternity block has been left unused 10 years after it was constructed.
It's engaging, detailed, and loaded with factual and incisive analysis. It's The Big Issue, your preferred Saturday morning news and current affairs analysis program on City TV. Tune in this and every Saturday at 9 a.m. and hear the newsmakers discuss the top issues for the week.
At that time, Charlotte was complete. I'm not defending Charlotte. I'm talking about the way we behave like hypocrites and ostriches in this country. At that time, she was a perfect person.
It's The Big Issue with Stella Madonu on City TV. This and every Saturday at 9 a.m.
Live music, interviews, poetry, and more with your favorite personalities. Be our guest on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for the most exciting moments on TV. Join Kojo Akoto Boateng for real entertainment right in your living room. Saturday Live on City TV and City 97.3 FM.
Wherever the weekend sporting action happened, we will bring it to you here on Scorecard. Every goal, every dunk, every punch, the winning strides, and the winning volleys.
International media, he said, look, wait, sit and wait. Let me have a meal with my people. And I think that's the same cool, it's the same organization he brings to the field every time I've seen him play. He looks to me like somebody who has played over 50 caps already. Okay. But this guy has barely played over 25 caps for the national team.
All of the weekend's action in one place. Scorecard, every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. prompt on City TV.
And welcome to the City Newsroom. Welcome back. My name is Vivian Kai Loko. Now, the Sanitation and Water Resource Ministry is calling for increased private participation in waste management in the country. According to the Deputy Minister, Michael Jatto, the increasing rate of waste generation in the country requires increased private sector collaboration to fight the menace. He mentioned that the government is currently in consultation with various investors to convert waste into various value-added products such as energy, compost fertilizer, and recycled plastics and paper.
According to the Sanitation Ministry, it is estimated that every individual Ghanaian generates 0.5 tons of waste per day, accumulating into 13,500 tons of waste generated nationwide on a daily basis. However, only 60% of this waste is collected, leaving the remaining 40% indiscriminately littered. Accra generates 2,000 tons of waste a day, but only 300 tons is separated and recycled. The Deputy Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Michael Jatto, in a speech read on behalf of the sector minister, highlighted the need for innovation in the sanitation industry to convert waste to energy, fertilizer, recycled plastics and paper. Michael Jatto charged industry players to up their strategy in line with President Akufo-Addo's vision of making Ghana the cleanest country in Africa by 2020.
The ministry will soon roll out some of these policies, which will include MMDC's league table on quarterly basis. This will indicate the cleanest metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in the country. It will also guide our policy evaluation on sanitation in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, in the coming days, the ministry will come out with a clear roadmap on how to deal with the sanitation situation in the country. But the ministry would like to emphasize that sanitation is first and foremost every citizen's civic responsibility. We therefore expect each and every one to take the necessary step to maintain good sanitation for him or herself.
The executive chairman of Zoomlion Ghana Limited, Dr. Joseph Siao Ejapong, noted that Ghana's development can be actualized through the core involvement of Ghanaian businesses than foreigners. He added that Zoomlion will continue to support government's plans, policies and programs on waste management.
Our strategies evolve with our changing needs. And in respect, we require the support and collaboration of all citizens and stakeholders to enable us achieve the present vision of making Accra the cleanest city for Africa. As part of our support, we have donated 10 pickups to Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and we are looking at also supporting other district assemblies by giving tricycles, motorized tricycles, and dustbins and refuse compactors.
The event was held to hand over 500 skip tracks with the requisite containers to metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. It is expected that these equipments will be efficiently and effectively managed to reduce the sanitation challenge in the country. For City News, my name is Nanatufo Boateng.
Now, as part of City News' agenda of monitoring state-sponsored medical facilities that have been left after completion, our reporter Loretta Tima visited the town of Okaikrum in the Central East District of the Ashanti region, where a maternity block has been left unused 10 years after it was completed.
Here at the Okaikrum Health Center, about 10,000 people drawn from 10 communities who live around this particular health facility come here each and every day to receive health care. Most of the people who come here are women who come to receive post and antenatal care. The facility, though, for the meantime, it's serving these people their health needs. The 2 beds in this particular health center is just not enough to serve both male and female in these 10 communities, while this facility just sits here gathering dust. Joseph Mafo is a physician assistant of the Okaikrom Health Facility, and he tells me this new facility has been lying idle for the past 10 years, whilst over 10,000 people wrestled over the meager resources of the old block.
The health center serves about 10 communities. Even some from Asante Achim, the other villages from Asante Achim, which are closer to this place. They all come here for their health care. Just 2 beds. Even there is no separate wards for males and females. Yeah. So we do put them in one room. There is no privacy for our clients. And the other basic things which we are lacking, even oxygen, there is no oxygen, there is no suction machine, there is no nebulizing machine.
The new maternity block has 2 separate wards for males and females with 10 beds each, 1 OPD area, 2 washrooms and 5 other consulting rooms, labor rooms and nurses area. The chief executive of Setre East District, where the facility is situated, Mary Mafo, said plans are underway to ensure that the 10-year-old facility gets opened.
Projects no a check na minimum situation. The Canada said, Jumana I am in MP and a year Juma Baku. In see your chwana mon alcohol, a woman for time and in Yasa maternity ward and almost sign a chua so by Miss Grace Coleman, Yamifan Crancy, and yes, our project. But as of now, no project beyond also be. Until your how a dark romance so and about time a at me man became a chibo hono. Now, of course, almost say yes, school be dying over. Now, MP so far to know to say, some maternity ward no mercy watching one. They could bear 1 month time on Rose and now.
From Okaikrom in the Ashanti region, for City News, Loretta Tima.
Now, the assault case involving Lance Corporal Goji Frederick Amano, popularly known as Scala, who allegedly assaulted a woman at the Shiashi branch of the Midland Savings and Loans Company, has been adjourned to September 26th to enable one of the lawyers study the case. Now, the counsel told the court that the needed copies of the charge sheet and facts of the case to study to enable him to defend his client. Meanwhile, the case has been transferred from the Circuit Court 5 to Circuit Court 4, presided over by Mr. Emmanuel Isando. When the case was called, all the 4 accused persons, Lance Corporal Mano, Jocelyn Kukwa, the operations manager of Midland Savings and Loans Company, Shirley Portia Amman, and the customer care officer, Prince Ayensu, a driver of the company, were present. However, the complainant did not turn up.
Now, Lance Corporal Amano, as well as his accomplices, have been charged with assault and abetment of the alleged crime, respectively. They have all denied the charges. The facts were presented earlier by the Deputy Superintendent of Police, George Amega, in which he recounted that the prosecution witness, Patience Osafo, is a petty trader, resident at Shiashi in Accra, and a customer of the Midland Savings and Loans Limited. He said Lance Corporal Amano, a police officer, was stationed at the bank whilst Kokwa, after being approached by the victim for assistance, called the police officer to drag her away. Shirley also shot the video, and Ayensu, the driver, assisted in dragging Patience out of the hall. That was the explanation given in court. Let's move on now. The Deputy Upper West Regional Minister, Isaku Amidu Chiana, says none of the 11 MDAs in the Upper West region are able to locally generate up to 10% of the revenue they require to fund their development projects.
Now, Mr. Isaku Amidu was speaking at the launch of a project to deepen transparency and accountability in the collection and utilization of District Assembly internally generated fund in 6 out of the 11 assemblies in the region.
Revenue is the life wire of all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in the country. Here in the extreme north of Ghana, municipal and district assemblies largely depend on central government and donor agencies because they are unable to rake in the needed internal revenue to meet the aspirations of their citizens. This is largely attributed to low citizens' knowledge and understanding of collecting and utilizing internal revenue in the various MDAs. To reverse the trend, 4 civil society organizations, including Save Ghana, ASUDEF, CAPEX and CDA Ghana, launched a project to deepen transparency and accountability in the collection and utilization of internal revenue in 6 out of the 11 districts of the Upper West region. The beneficiary districts include Wa Municipal, Sisala East and West, Nandom, Wa East and Wa West. The Deputy Upper West Regional Minister, Isako Amidu Chinya, speaking at the launch, said none of the 11 MDAs in the Upper West region is able to locally generate up to 10% of the revenue they require to fund their development projects.
It is a known fact that most of the municipal and district assemblies in the region depend so much on central government and donor transfers to function. The internally generated funds are inadequate to be used for any developmental activities in the various municipal and district assemblies. Recent reports suggest that the internally generated funds of most assemblies in the Upper West and indeed across Ghana are below 10% of the total funds that municipal and district assemblies receive in a year.
The Deputy Minister opines that the phenomenon is weakening decentralization in the region as most government transfers and donor funding come with strict guidelines that may not be peculiar to the needs of the people. He charged the various MDAs in the region to review their revenue mobilization strategies.
Thus, phenomenon weakens the concept of decentralization. For municipal and district assemblies to be truly decentralized, then they have to be able to generate their own funds for the development of their areas. Central government transfers and donor support come with guidelines regarding the utilization of the funds. This defects the concept of decentralization since the people do not determine what to do with these resources that come from central government and donor partners.
The Wa Municipal Chief Executive, Isaaku Mumin Tahiru, speaking on behalf of the 6 beneficiary districts, lauded the implementing NGOs and pledged their support for the success of the project.
We have put in our own patrols to the best of our ability to see how our revenue mobilization can be improved. And it's going on, but I think with this particular one too, it will help us a lot. So I will say on behalf of one municipal that we embrace this system and will be willing to work with the system.
The Upper West region is on record to be the region with astronomical poverty levels. Will the launch of this project be a turning point for residents in the area? For City News, Latif Muhammad.
You're still watching the City Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai Loco. Tonight I'm here with
Umaru Sanda Amado.
We'll bring you more stories when we come back. Don't go away.
Hello and welcome to another day, another week, and of course another episode of 30 Minutes. We're excited and we will be talking about all the trending conversations.
Spend 30 minutes every weekday catching up with all the trending social media conversations of the day. If you tweet it, we'll read it. We might just even Skype you.
No, Shatta, why are you being so raw and hard like that? But at that particular time, that's what I wanted to do it. But that doesn't mean you are my enemy. We can still meet again and Shatta, this time we are about to do, don't come and do that nonsense. Okay, please, I won't do it. And we'll give respect to each other. But sometimes I feel, you know, when we are all humans. When somebody says something about me, Shatta, hey, no, I might want to say something.
Yeah.
So, but when I say, people shouldn't take it like taking things, you know, personal and stuff. I've understood showbiz now, and I really want to work on it. Like
30 minutes is all it takes, so use the hashtag 30minutes on social media to catch our attention. Join the most interactive social media TV show weekdays at 5 p.m. only on City TV.
For regular news checks as they unfold, 2020 news, all day, all the time. Politics, sports, entertainment, business, and more. 2020 news. We bring you the world in 20 minutes.
And that's all the news in 20 minutes.
You're in tune to the Breakfast Daily on City TV. Stoneboy says so. Keep it locked. Don't log off.
We spice up your mornings with culturally enriched conversations, social interviews, and policy-oriented discussions that will keep you updated on the progress of the nation.
And that is the reason I was making the point to him that I refrained from responding to this Joyce Bauer statement. Because if some citizens have accused President Mahama of diverting a certain amount of money, deal with that, deny him, and move on with your life.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Let your voice be heard with the hashtag Breakfast Daily. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.
Tune in to The Point of View, Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. as Bernard Avlet takes the news further. He will bring the right guest, ask them the relevant questions, and get you the real insights you need on the big stories for the day.
I said, property tax, I will pay. If you come to my house, I'll cut you a check. But when did I do my presentation? February.
Yes.
Or February, yes, sometime. Nobody has come to my house.
Really?
Ghana is broke. And, you know, that's the reality we must all come to live with.
The Point of View with Bernard Avlet, Monday and Wednesday nights, only on City TV.
Every Thursday night on City TV, you're welcome to join women from different backgrounds and opinions as they weigh in on your relationship issues. Watch Sister Sister as the ladies get real with issues about love, marriage, betrayal, sex, dating, trust, finances, and more.
You can tell him, like she said, tell him about it because clearly you have a problem with it. But if he's still, being that way, then you might have to advise yourself because it's a weird thing.
Join Jessica and her sisters for City TV's all-women talk show, Sister Sister, every Thursday at 9 p.m.
Welcome back to the City Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai Loko.
And I am Umaru Sanda Amado.
Now, no part of the country will be left out of the government's determination to use digitization as the tool for economic transformation of the country. The Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, said this when he cut sword for the construction of the $42 million Western Corridor fiber optic project in Takoradi.
Now, the project will provide broadband for unreserved and undeserved communities along the 881-kilometer fiber optics corridor in Western, Ashanti and Bono Ahafo regions. City News' Akwesi Ejenim has the details from Takoradi.
The Western Corridor Fiber Optics Project is a private sector-led initiative by Spectrum Fiber Company, funded by the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, with technical assistance from Huawei. The Vice President, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, who cut salt for its commencement, is hopeful of its potential to ensure inclusive digital economic growth.
The fiber optic corridor will be passing through major towns such as Takoradi here, Atuabo, Elubo, Enchi, Amoya, Asawensu, Wiosu, Awasu, Bibieni, across. It will also further connect some major towns in the Brong-Ahafo region, such as Goso, Brekum, Sunyani, and complete the loop in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. Whether we are talking about a national ID system, digital address system, land title and land administration, as well as payment system connectivity, our digitization efforts rest on the back of having the necessary fiber optic infrastructure. It is an indispensable condition if we are to make e-government and e-commerce a reality. With the loop completed, we will see better delivery of education, of health, of agricultural services, including many others, amongst many others. Therefore, no part of the country is to be left out.
Frank Oseusu, who is the director of Spectrum Fiber Company, highlighted the construction outline and its benefits.
Our estimation is that the first phase of this project, which basically involves the laying of inland fiber across the Western Corridor and linking it to the Eastern Corridor fiber layout, will create about 12,000 jobs, both direct and indirect. Whilst construction is ongoing, we intend to, as much as possible, use local competence and regions where we can. The second phase of this project involves the laying of submarine cables to provide offshore connectivity to the oil and gas installations and vessels operating in the Western region.
The Western Regional Minister, Dr. Kweku Efriye, welcomed the expected 12,000 direct and indirect jobs the project is to create for youth in the area. He promised to support the successful realization of the project.
The Western Corridor Fiber Optic Project is expected to create an economic boom along the 113 communities spread along the project corridor. For City News, I am Akosi Ejeni. Takrani.
And in Accra, my name is Vivian Kai. Look, I'm here with Omar Sanda.
Yes, Vivian, you are in a hurry to sign up. What's up for the weekend?
I'm not telling you. No way.
Sure.
No. What's up for your weekend?
I'll put a drone on your car.
No, what's up for you?
I'm going to sleep. Just sleep.
Oh, you said something. Should I say it?
Please don't. We are on public TV, national television. I don't want the people to know what I'm up to.
I'll let you off today.
Thank you. Vivian.
Visit our website, CitiNewsroom.com, for more stories. My name is Vivian Kai, local.
And I am Omar Sanda Amado. Thank you for watching.
Have a lovely weekend.